Well, hello there, and welcome to another Minecraft showcase. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys a command block system that I've made, and I've made it available as a structure so that you can load it into your own worlds. The link for that structure file is in the description below. It will also be available on Minestruck once the website is ready for public release. So, to get started, I've created this new world to demonstrate it, because this is a quarry system. And my usual redstone testing world only has sandstone, so not much interesting stuff to see. So I created this new world, and I've copied the structure file into the structures folder. So if I give myself a structure block, that's not how you spell structure, a structure block, then I can load it up here. Now, one thing you're going to want to know is that you cannot rotate this. If you load this in, rotated or flipped or anything like that, it's going to break. It's not going to work. So this is going to go in the positive Z direction. Negative Z, positive X, positive Z. Okay, so it's going to go this way. So I'm going to drop it here. I'm going to load up a structure called QuarrySystem. Now that's the default name of the file. You can obviously change the name to whatever your file name is if you've renamed it or anything. I'm going to set the relative positions to 0 so that it will overwrite the block for me. And when I press load, you can see it's about 25 blocks long and 2 blocks tall. So I'm going to go ahead and load that in. And as soon as you do, you might notice a bunch of stuff coming out in your chat. So to stop that from happening, because it is a bit laggy and annoying, you're going to run game rule command block output false, and that will stop all your chat spam. So how does this quarry system work? Well, when you spawn it in, it comes with this chest that has a quarry tool and a remove quarry tool. So I'm going to take one of each of these, and I'm also going to give myself a hopper, a chest, actually 2 chests, and a glass block. Now you don't need all of these things. All you need is a hopper and any kind of solid block. Doesn't matter what. I like to use glass because that way you can see inside, but you can use whatever solid block you want on a hopper. Now I'm using a chest just to give the items that the quarry mines up somewhere to go. So one thing to note is that this is going to make a quarry that will be 10 blocks by 10 blocks. And it will go from negative Z to positive Z, so in the positive Z direction, which is that way. And it will also go from positive X to negative X. Now I know that's a little backwards, that just has to do with the environment that I was developing in, but just remember, negative to positive Z, and then positive to negative X. So it'll be going that way. So we have plenty of space here in this nice little plains area. So I'm going to set up my quarry right here. So I'm going to place my chest down. I'm going to place a hopper on top. This hopper can face any direction you want it to. It doesn't have to go into a chest. You can send it into another chain of hoppers or whatever you want. I'm just going to go right into a chest to collect all of my mined stuff. On top of this hopper, you need to place a solid block, which again, I'm using glass just for looks. You can use whatever you want. And then when you're ready, you just place the make quarry tool on top of that block. And you'll see right away it started mining. So you can look down there and see there's a big hole. And if we check the chest, we're already collecting a ton of resources. Clearly in this particular column, all we've gotten so far are stones and dirt. But if it ever hits an ore, it'll collect the ores as well. And that'll be any ores, even diamond or what have you. So this will go all the way down to the bottom, and when it reaches bedrock, it's going to move over like that. Perfect timing. And then it's going to go and continue on. Now if we look down here, so you'll see it's not going to collect lava, and yeah. In fact, the lava might destroy some of the mined items. I'm not entirely sure. It might collect it fast enough, it might not. But yeah. It will go right through the lava though, and it will just keep collecting stuff. So there we go. We've got all that stuff, And if you check the hopper, you might see something flash in every once in a while, but the hopper is actually modified for the quarry system to transfer items as fast as possible. So it's not a slow regular hopper, it's incredibly fast. And you'll see the minecart hopper here obviously is doing the actual collecting, but unless this hopper backs up on you, or actually if both hoppers back up on you, unless that happens, you're not going to see any items appear here, so you don't have to worry about that. But if it does back up, your items will start spewing out on top of this block. So, just make sure it doesn't back up, or else you will probably lose your items to despawn. But yeah, so you can see how this works. And it will be a 10 block radius, and then it will come over to the next row here. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when it gets to about this column, and it finishes up on this column, it's going to move over to here and start a new row. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can just sit back, relax, and look at that, 5 iron. I got some seeds, which probably is just from the grass that it broke on the way down from the surface. There you go, we got some more iron. So look at that. If there are any diamonds along the way, it'll collect those. If there's redstone, it'll collect all the redstone. Anything that would drop from a block gets picked up. So yeah, this is the quarry system. It's actually really cool. Now the thing is, this system is designed in such a way that means you can only have 1 quarry per world. If you have multiple quarries, they're going to interfere with each other and you're going to have a bad day. However, oh hey look, there's a skeleton down there getting hurt by sunlight. Ha. Yeah, sorry, I'm easily distracted. So, there you go, you can see it started on the second row now. It's going to be 10 by 10 and then it'll stop. But when your quarry is finished, or if you put it in the wrong place and you want to move it, whatever the reason, because you can't have 2 quarries in a world, you're just going to place this remove quarry item down. You can place this down anywhere. Just spawn it anywhere in the world, and your quarry will immediately stop. You'll see the minecart chest disappeared. The entire thing has stopped, and your quarry is done. And so you've got your items here, and that will return to a regular hopper, and all your stuff is back to the way it was when you started, and you can place down a new quarry somewhere else. So let's say, oh hey, I want to place a quarry here this time. And just to show that it doesn't have to be the same exact setup, I'm going to have a single chest, a hopper going into it, and then a hopper down there, and then a glass block, or no, what am I doing? I don't need that. That glass block, and then make quarry. Now it will go 4 blocks down, so in this case the quarry will actually start 1 block below the surface because I placed it directly on the surface. But you can see it is working, and if we check this chest, we've already gotten some iron and all of this stuff. And obviously you're mostly going to get dirt and cobblestone because that's the most common block under the ground, but you will get anything and everything that is under this quarry. So yeah. And again, this one, because it was so close to the ground, is actually starting 1 block below. So if you want to see, and then you'll see that. If you place it 1 block above, like I did over there with the leading directly into the chest, then you'll actually see it right underneath at the surface level. But yeah, and it will always come back to that same height. So if, for example, it were to go through here and there was like a mountain or a hill or something, it would go under the hill and not over it. So yeah, just a basic quarry to help automate your world. I know Mojang doesn't like automation for mining or crafting. They believe that is fully the player's responsibility, but many mods have automated quarries, and it actually makes things a lot easier in many cases. So, this one is pretty simple, nothing fancy, no tech mods needed. So, yeah. So, That's pretty much it. Like I said, the link to the download is in the description below, and once Minestruck is available for public release, this system will be on Minestruck. So, until next time, keep mining, keep quarrying, and keep redstoning.